Yo! Holy smokes, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have the start of Regulation J, and I have an amazing team for you guys. So this team is super strong. It's very fun to get to Master Ball with if you guys want to use it for that. And it's also a team that a lot of people can use to get to rank number 1 because it's very strong and it matches up into a lot of different things in the format. So in my time playing with this team, I had a lot of fun with it. Arceus is the perfect complement to Calyrex Shadow. It does exactly like what Zamazenta wants to do. It makes it harder for other opposing Calyrex Shadow, and this team is just really strong and complements each other. You think about, okay, but Zamazenta is going to match up good into Calyrex and Arceus. Then you have Dozo. Dozo just completely invalidates everything that Zamazenta wants to do. Dozo also invalidates opposing Arceus, which can give this Arceus and Calyrex trouble, and also Calyrex Ice. Calyrex Ice, once you poison with the Weezing, and Dozo just comes out, it's very hard for it to break through the Weezing and the Dozo, and Dozo is just able to clean up those games. And some of the matchups that Dozo doesn't like to come to, things like Miraidon, things like just powerful special attackers like Chi-Yu, Chien-Pao, Arceus, and Calyrex is kind of clean through those teams. Calyrex naturally outspeeding the Miraidon, and Arceus is able to threaten a one-hit KO on Chi-Yu and Miraidon, especially if Chien-Pao is on the field with normal Terra. So this team really does complement each other well. We're going to go ahead and go through a breakdown. If you guys like this type of content where I'm showcasing, rental teams for Regulation J, go ahead and think about hitting that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications because we're posting daily Pokemon content, and we're going to continue to put out really good teams that you guys can climb the ladder with. But there's a rental code up at the top right as well as a Poképaste down in the description below. Starting off with Arceus. So Arceus is so much fun. I decided that I wanted to use it in a different way. A lot of Arceus right now are Swords Dance with like Life Orb and setting up with, of course, running Protect and like maybe a coverage move, or they may run like something like Shadow Claw, Stomping Tantrum, or even like maybe they may run Double Edge, right? But I decided that I wanted to go all in on Arceus damage and not give people turns to predict that it's going to set up or like Encore you, and just lock into, well, they can't really Encore you because you Swords Dance and E-Speed, right? But I just want to be able to lock into something so you don't get taunted and then just start dealing massive amounts of damage to where your opponent can't really respond fast enough, right? So if you think about it, you see Weezing, you see Stall, you think this team is a stall team, but this team has a very hyper offensive mode with the Arceus, Chien-Pao, and the Calyrex that forces your opponent to react and doesn't allow them time to set up, and also tricks them into thinking that this team may be a stall team, but then you kind of just clean through them really quickly with the Arceus and the Chien-Pao mode. So Arceus went with Stomping Tantrum. That's just to give you something to deal damage into Zamazenta. Next to Chien-Pao, Stomping Tantrum with Choice Band is able to do 50% to the Zamazenta, so it is a 2-hit KO, but you're going to be in a lot of, unless you're outspeeding that Zamazenta, you're not really going to be able to click that move that much. But it's just also something there to just have some extra coverage because there's nothing else that Arceus really needs. All it really needs is Shadow Claw, Double Edge, and E-Speed, but since we're running Choice Band, we went ahead and threw that on there as well. You may be in a scenario where you can Stomping Tantrum and Zamazenta target something else, but Zamazenta usually outspeeds you, so it's going to usually KO you with Body Press, right? But we just like to have that move there because there may be some other applications where you can hit something with a Stomping Tantrum like a random Heatran or something like that, right? So other than that, this is a pretty standard Arceus Choice Band set with the E-Speed. It aims to just pick up one-hit KOs on everything that doesn't resist it next to Chien-Pao. And Chien-Pao can just follow up with like Ice Spinners and Sacred Swords or Sucker Punches that kind of like close the game out with that. Next is going to be Calyrex. Calyrex is going to be Terra Ghost, similar to Arceus. That aims to just output massive amounts of damage and punish those Ghost Terras for mons that Terra Ghost in front of Arceus. Then Calyrex can come with the Focus Sash in the end game and then just punish those Ghost Terras, right? So they complement each other very well. We went with Shadow Ball because, like I said, Zamazenta could be annoying for that duo, even though you had Dozo. Sometimes Dozo's not on the field, and Shadow Ball just helps you get around Wide Guard from like Lunala, Wide Guard from Smeargle, Wide Guard from just a lot of different mons in the format. I've had a game when I was practicing where a Smeargle went for Wide Guard and the Calyrex was Life Orb, and I just Shadow Balled into it. I outsped it because it wasn't max speed or I won a speed tie, and then we just one-shot it with a Shadow Ball, right? So it's just a lot of different applications where you kind of punish them for clicking Wide Guard, and you can just go with that Shadow Ball. And Ghost Terra Shadow Ball still does massive amounts of damage, so don't ever underestimate that damage. Next we have Dozo Tatsugiri. Dozo's going to be really good. With this set, you're able to pretty much ignore Amoonguss unless it's running Sludge Bomb or Clear Smog. Other than that, if it doesn't have poison type moves, you can just ignore the Rage Powder, ignore the Spore, and then you can just target down his teammates. Now, the order up body press set is because Tatsugiri gives Dozo a defense boost. This makes it so Dozo is super good into punishing a lot of things that are like setup based that it ignores their like things like Magearna, things like Calyrex, things that want to get like attack and special attack boosts. Dondozo can ignore them and then just punish them with body press and order up and heavy slam. So it's a really strong defensive set. It's really good into the format right now. I'm honestly not sure why a lot more people don't run Dozo because it's positioned very well, especially with the Mythicals being back. It does so well into a lot of the Mythicals, right? Next we have Tatsugiri. Tatsugiri, we already have the Choice Scarf taken up on this team. The Focus Sash is already taken up. The Rocky Helmet's already taken up. So there's not really any other items that I really wanted to use on Tatsugiri. I thought about Assault Vest, but I did want to go with the Safety Goggles. Safety Goggles is a very cool application because what a lot of opponents like to do when they get Dozo down to like low HP and they have Amoonguss, they like to knock out Dozo and then spawn into Tatsugiri so Tatsugiri can't move. This helps in that specific scenario to where Tatsugiri doesn't get put to sleep and is still able to offer some type of offense in the end game that can kind of win you the game as long as Tatsugiri is still awake, right? So that's the only reason for the Safety Goggles. The Steel Terror is to help you against things like Fairy type coverage, Fairy type damage. Also, there was one game where Tatsugiri was able to tear into Steel to help me against like an Arceus from being able to KO with a +2 E-Speed with Life Orb. Tatsugiri is able to take that attack with Steel Terror, which helped me win the game. So that's also something that's very cool to point out about the Steel Terror. And then the other moves are standard Icy Wind, Draco Meteor, Muddy Water. Next, we have a really cool Chien-Pao set. So this Chien-Pao is going to be Choice Scarf with Ghost Terror. So the idea about this Chien-Pao is that its first three moves, Sucker Punch, Ice Spin, or Sacred Sword, are there to support the Arceus and Calyrex mode of this team, where they're able to deal a lot of damage, follow-up damage, follow-up chip damage, remove things like Psychic Terrain if Arceus is in the back. That way you don't have to always bring your Weezing. It just gives you just really good coverage. It outspeeds Miraidon. It can one-shot it if it doesn't have bulk because you're adamant Choice Scarf. So this Chien-Pao just does a lot of damage. The last thing to note on it is the Ruination. Ruination is so good for allowing like Arceus and Calyrex to come in the end game, right? Not when they're on the, well, you could Ruination into Astral Barrage is what I did into like a Magearna. I Ruination into Ghost Terror, Astral Barrage, and one-shot it before you can get Trick 'em up. But you can't do Ruination before Arceus can click E-Speed, but you can Ruination before it clicks Double Edge, right? And you pretty much pick up KOs on everything, right? Nothing can take a Ruination plus Double Edge, or pretty much a Ruination plus Astral Barrage, Ghost Terror. So it's a really good to combo into those. Also, and it helps chip things down into range of being KO'd by Dozo in the end game. The Chien-Pao aims to just do chip damage or do cleanup damage, so it's really good at that mode. And the Choice Scarf just allows it, since the Focus Sash is already taken on Calyrex, and I kind of didn't want to run Life Orb on Chien-Pao because I wanted it to be able to outspeed things. I wanted to be able to move before the Calyrex and get the Ruination off first before you attack. So that's the reason why we didn't run the Life Orb on the Chien-Pao, but you could swap it for Life Orb and drop the Ruination for something like Protect. But I felt like this Ruination set was perfect for this team, and it pairs really well with Weezing because you can Ruination and Poison Gas, and it just chips everything down into getting KO, makes them be able to get KO'd a lot easier, so that Dozo comes in and just cleans up the end game, right? If you want to drop your two restrictors if you feel like they're not good. So that's one move you can run with. Also, Chien-Pao, Weezing, chip things down, Arceus, Calyrex come in the end game, clear things up. They can't safely Terror to get away from the Astral Barrage damage or the E-Speed damage, so it's a really strong end game for those two. And then the Weezing is here, like I said, just to do chip damage or Poison Gas, chip things down with Toxic Spice, chip things down with the Rocky Helmet, Water Terror just to give you a defensive Terror to like Miraidon and Calyrex Ice, and also Strange Thing to just deal chip damage into things, get a potential confusion if it does get a confusion, and also it can one-shot things. Well, not one-shot, but if the Miraidon is like chipped, Strange Thing can pick up the KO with like a Life Orb chip from itself or a Flare Blitz chip. So also with one-shots, if Urshifu targets it with Strange Strikes and the Rocky Helmet chips it down to about 60%, Strange Thing picks up the KO. So that Weezing is really good in that aspect. Weezing's also here to stop opposing Ferrograph from being able to stop Arceus from sweeping. Also stops Indeedee from being able to set up terrain that can stop Arceus from sweeping. And also it makes it really tough on Flutter Mane and Miraidon teams because you turn off their abilities. So Calyrex kind of outspeeds the Flutter Mane and is able to, you can go for like Protect, Poison Gas, and then Calyrex outspeeds it the next turn. Then you just go for Astral Barrage and pick up the KO on Flutter. So it's really cool in that aspect. But that's going to be it for a breakdown with this team. I know this breakdown is a little bit longer than usual, but I absolutely love this team, and I think that it's really strong. And if you guys want to play with it, there's a rental code up at the top right. as well as the Poképaste down in the description below. Let me know in the comment what you guys think about this team. This video is going to be a little bit longer than usual because I had a lot of fun with this team and I wanted to continue to showcase it and have a lot of fun with it. So that's going to be it for this, and let's go ahead and get into those battles. Alright, we are getting started. I love how the bubbles look in the background. They look really dope. Let's get to Master Ball. Yeah, sometimes they change, like they have fireworks or like lightning and stuff, or just raining. It looks really cool in the background. Alright, so we got double ghost here. Calyrex Ice. Not something I'm the most happy to see, but Dondozo does really good in the Calyrex Ice. And I like that Chien-Pao can outspeed. The Annihilate. So this first game we might have to leave Arceus. He has double ghost, and we don't want to click E-Speed into that. I mean, I do have Shadow Claw, right? But what would I drop? Because if he leaves Annihilate plus Lunala, then Arceus is just kind of cut out. And could take like a good double switch in the Dozo though. But I think I like Chien-Pao plus Calyrex. So Arceus probably could have worked here because I could have E-speeded and barrage before Annihilate move. But I'm Terra Ghost here, right? So I can Ruination this and Astral Barrage. And this is why I like Choice Scarf Chien-Pao, because I actually didn't have to Terra, but I'd rather not give it up, and I don't think I need my Terra on Dozo. Well, maybe we do for Smirgle and Willowbone, but I think if we take out Calyrex here, and then we just get a free KO with Calyrex, with our Calyrex, then we're in a good spot. He did Terra though, so we may not get the KO, but we'll see. Terra Electric. Alright, we hit Final Ruination. That's nice. I didn't have to Terra. I could have Terra Calyrex and got this KO. I don't know if we did it. Yeah, it was just short. Oh. Are you trick on me? Okay. Well, this is okay because I can switch in Dozo here. And then just order up. It does suck because Smirgle could come in and spore me. Had I not Terra Chien-Pao and Terra Ghost, we would have got the KO on Calyrex. Yeah. It's gonna double into the Tatsugiri slot, right? Just Rilla. That's wrong. Okay, so you can't have Smirgle and Rillaboom in the back. So those are the only two that I'm worried that I needed my Terra for Dozo for. He's +1 Calyrex, but we ignore the boost. I could have just knocked it out because I'm sash on Calyrex since he switched. But we don't have to worry about Final Gambit anymore. And he wasn't Choice Scarf Annihilate, but unless he was and he just undersped Calyrex. Oh, he protected. Okay. So Grimmsnarl I would expect to have Fake Out here. It does have Seed Bomb, but as you see, we're very physically defensive. That does nothing. Alright. And if it's Rillaboom, we're +3 defense. So with leftovers in terrain, we should be able to beat the Rillaboom. And if it's Smeargle, then he just has no offense left, right? But it should be Lunala, right? You should have your other restricted. Yeah. So he did bring both of his ghosts to deal with Arceus. I don't think they could punish me for a protect, so I might as well stall out Trick Room and get some recovery. Yeah, Spirit Break, that's probably doing maybe 5%. Meteor Beam. Oh, it's Moonblast. Okay. You honestly should probably just click Moongeist Beam. It does more damage, right? Grimmsnarl can be harder to break, so I'm gonna heavy slam it. And then the following turn, I'm gonna break Lunala's Shadow Shield. Alright, so he doesn't have Thunder Wave, which could be kind of annoying. Because why would you run Thunder Wave in Misty Terrain? He targeted Tatsugiri slot, huh? I think he's giving up. Unless he has Stick Drift. Alright, I want to break the Shadow Shield on this. See if it has leftovers. Yeah, I think he definitely misclicked. Man, that thing is very physically defensive. It's gonna take a minute through these. I think I should just attack and get rid of the Annihilate and the Grimmsnarl. And he canceled. Let's go. I'll take it. Save us from having to stall out that game. Like, this team is very strong. And I like how Ice Rider is like one of, if I say it's like for me playing against it, it's like the hardest restricted to play against when you don't have like dedicated counters in your team for it. So I like that having Dozo just gives you an automatic answer into like the Among Us Calyrex Ice stuff, right? And that makes it really fun. All right, let's keep going. Right. So we have Mew here, actual Reg J team. Mew Koraidon. So you're not gonna have Rain. Because honestly, Urshifu's a little scarier. But he does have Ditto. He has Flutter. Ditto can copy my Calyrex. I think Weezing Calyrex is strong because that stops a lot of what he wants to do with Tornadus. Arceus just gets one shot by Koraidon if we're called out and terrain is up and I can't E-speed, right? So I'm gonna bring Dozo because Dozo just counters it. Dang, so we gotta leave Arceus again. But we're gonna get to bring it, but this is just not the best matchup for it. I could have led it with Chien-Pao too, but or with the Weezing. If I had Taunt on Weezing, that would be really nice. But I'm gonna Poison Gas here and I think I just Astro. Yeah, he might set up Trick Room. If he sets up Trick Room, I'm just gonna switch in Dozo. We missed Indeedee. That's not good. I need Grass Terror on Dozo. Not really. I think I can just do a lot of damage to Koraidon. Since he left it exposed. Okay. Something's taking a Astral Barrage here. Okay, that's nice. But I got something for that. Cause I can double switch here. He's doing a good job playing around my Calyrex. And if he knocked out Weezing here, he'll be able to transform into my Calyrex. I could force him to turn into my Tatsugiri, right? Yeah, let's do that. Man, this is gonna be a longer game than usual. And because I should have did Toxic Spikes. Alright, he should turn into Tatsugiri. I can't believe he bought Ditto to a Weezing matchup. Yeah, there's a switch. I could have also just switched out Weezing and forced it to tear into Calyrex and Astral Barrage. I wonder if Mew has transformed too. I would be surprised. We are consistently getting defense boost though. Yeah, this is why I should have had the toxic spikes down. I should have terrored Weezing to set up toxic spikes. This is horrible. Wait, he has leftovers on Ditto? Yeah, double transform is crazy. I never thought I would see this, but I definitely should have just brought Arceus. But he has no more, well, he still has Indeedee, right? Never thought you would face two Dozos on the opposing side of the field. Yo, this is content that you only see here, right? I think we may lose this one because this is a crazy strategy. But I had a way out. I should have switched out Weezing and Astral Barrage. And turn one, I should have set up Toxic Spikes. Yeah. But now I know when I play against Ditto, if I got this team, or even Mew, they likely have transformed. I need to set up spikes. I think Mew has a higher HP stat. The HP stat doesn't change, so Ditto's actually probably the weaker of the two Dozos. My best hope right now is my Calyrex being able to deal massive damage to these two. Alright, they're probably gonna double protect this turn again. Alright, one of those is normal terror. I mean, one of them probably is, yeah. So 2-hit KO is not good. We do have Psychic Terrain up now. I don't think this match is over though. If I can get through the Dozo. Alright, so we need him to mess up and still target the Calyrex slot here. Oh no, we don't. We Icy Wind. We Icy Wind and Poison Gas. Because he's going to attack with Indeedee here. Yeah. Woo. I can see a small window of opportunity here. If he KO's Weezing, like if he heavy slams Weezing, we'll be in a good spot. Because Tatsugiri can always one-shot Koraidon with a Draco Meteor. Well, also Weezing can too if he targets the Calyrex slot. Alright, he did target Tatsugiri. This is sketchy. There's no way Koraidon doesn't protect here, right? This is okay. If I get this wrong and he attacks Weezing, do I still lose? I think he's gonna expect me to protect Calyrex and target Weezing. He didn't protect Koraidon. We got it wrong. Oh, we get... No way. Wait, if he targets Weezing, we win. Oh, I could have attacked here with Weezing. He did. Let's go. Wait. Oh my god, that crit was huge. We just took down double Dozo. Yeah, unless your focus says you just... Let's go. Calyrex. Oh my god. What? And I think he did make the Calyrex protect read, because you see he targeted the Weezing. There's no way if you don't predict Calyrex protecting that you don't protect your Koraidon there, right? And even if you do, you just like heavy slam the Calyrex with the Dozo. So that crit absolutely mattered, but hey, we got the win. Let's keep going. Wow. Y'all gotta leave a like in the chat. I don't know how we pulled that off. We took down double Dozo. I'm the only Dozo player. I'm the only one that gets to get away with using Dozo. Let's keep going. I can't believe we figured out a way to win that game. Alright, so we got opposing Arceus Weezing. Weezing makes it very difficult for Dozo, right? If I bring my Chimpa, I can force stuff to Terra, right? I feel like Calyrex is not good here. But Dozo was so good into opposing Arceus. And even just heavy slam with his team is good. Because he has Arceus, he has Farigiraf. Either one of those really want to see. I mean, Calyrex doesn't really want to see those. So I think if we prioritize getting rid of the Weezing, we'll be in a good spot. Yeah. Yeah, we get rid of the Weezing, then we focus down the Calyrex. I'm gonna just go double edge because that'll definitely KO. And if you tear your Calyrex, oh, he didn't tear your Calyrex. Yeah, but double edge will get the KO still, so we're good. I'm gonna take a lot of recoil here. I could have got rid of his Calyrex turn 1. Actually wasn't that much recoil. Arceus is so good. I can heavy slam once I to get rid of it, right? I think I need to break a Sash here, because Sash is probably on Calyrex. Or maybe not. I wonder, does he respect Sucker Punch? Well, he doesn't because he knows I'm Choice Scarf because I outspec him. Nice. Okay, so no Tailwind for you. Alright, we do lose our Arceus, but we have Dozo here. And Dozo kind of just walls Arceus, right? If that's his last. Yep. Then we just order up Calyrex. Getting rid of the Whimsicott is huge because no Encore, no Tailwind. Tailwind would help with him, the Chimp-Out in the end game, right? But I mean, I guess Arceus could just E-Speed Chimp-Out, so it really doesn't matter. But keeping Chimp-Out alive still keeps an extra target. But he honestly shouldn't be able to break through Dozo. Because I am careful and max special defense nature. So, and we ignore the +2 Astral Barrage boost. So Pollen Puff plus Astral Barrage is interesting. He may have gotten a KO if he had Psychic. He did E-Speed the Chimp-Out. Oh, you plot again in front of Dozo? Wait. He does survive with 1 HP, which sucks. Arceus can't do anything, right? So we just keep targeting this slot. Yeah, Arceus is doing nothing. He has to get a crit here. Nice. And that should be game. And this is why I brought Dozo over my own Calyrex, right? Because my Calyrex, it would have had to speed tie with his Calyrex. If he set up Tailwind, then we would have been getting outsped. And Arceus is just immune to Barrage, right? So this is why Dozo is just such a better brain, because it's just 100% walls Arceus. And then we just body press it. And we know you're already Terra Normal, so you can't get away from that. Nice. Let's go. This team is so much fun. It's so strong, man. Alright, so we're supposed to be 3-0, but I clicked it too fast. Alright, so we got opposing Dozo. And I know how bad my Arceus is to Dozo, so I don't want to bring it here. I do want to get up poison. I could use my Arceus to KO everything, but I think I want to go Calyrex and chip things down. Because he has Glamour that can also set up poison. I don't know if he's Choice Scarf on him right on, but I think we protect Weezing. And Astral Barrage, if you try to knock it out before I can get Tatsugiri spikes up, we'll be in a really good spot. Ah, he is Choice Scarf. If I get another layer of Toxic Spikes out, we could be in a decent spot, right? Cause my Dozo's gonna get poisoned either way. Yeah, and I know this is kind of because he can just protect in the end game to get around my Calyrex attacking again, but I'd rather Dozo not get 2 layers of poison. Alright. That's a good dodge. We should be able to survive this. Alright. Oh wait, I can clean up the spikes with my Weezing in the end game if it comes out before Calyrex. He's gonna switch out right on here. I'm gonna try to get rid of the Glamor. Oh, you didn't switch out Miraidon? I could have knocked out the Miraidon here. I'm already almost at 50%, so. I'm very surprised he didn't switch out right on there, but if Dozo comes out here, he's probably gonna switch it. But I'm still gonna order up into the Miraidon slot, just in case he gets greedy. he lets me get them right on here, we're in a good spot. Because then I can Ghost Terror or Astral Barrage. Oh, he's letting me get the Miraidon. I'll take it. Nice. Alright, so Calyrex is going to be the fastest thing, and my Weezing can get rid of the spikes. Alright, he has actual poison, so his is gonna add up more and more. And he doesn't have leftovers. Unless, does leftovers go off first, then poison? Yeah, he may still have leftovers. I think leftovers goes off first, then poison. We protect here because we don't need to get the extra extra damage chip, because his poison stacking up is better for us. And if he doesn't have leftovers, then we really chilling. Yeah, he does have leftovers. The leftovers goes off first. Alright. I think we go for a double here. Maybe it's a crit. Maybe I should have his attack, because if we're faster now, I could have got some more damage off. I feel like he should target the Tatsugiri slot. So I'm gonna protect it. I just need to stall out as many turns as I can to get it in range of barrage. And Weezing's not really a threat here. Nice, he did target it. Yeah, Terra still there's not gonna help us either because he's going for body presses. Can we get a confusion? All right, it's getting close. I think I need him to be at least under like 50%. And my Tatsugiri is faster than his Dozo, so I can get off a Draco here. He's all bulk Dozo, similar to me. Oh, he cancels. Let's go. I am the only Dozo player. I'm the only one allowed to use Dozo. Let's go. And Weezing surviving there is huge because it gets rid of the toxic spikes so that Calyrex can come back in and click Astral Barrage. We KO the Dozo if it's like at 40%, and then we KO the Tatsugiri the next turn since the sash is already broken due to the poison. So let's go. We played that perfectly. Alright, I think that gets us into Master Ball if I'm not mistaken. Let's go. Undefeated run to Master Ball. Alright, it is day 2, so there's a lot of people already in Master Ball. Nice. So we did hit Master Ball. We went 4-0. I also went 4-0. Alright, we got a couple of wins, but it did not record. So I had to redo these over. Well, it did record, but I didn't have any audio. And so we have an opposing Weezing Calyrex Shadow team. I kind of just want to go Chimp out Arceus, right? Dozo, Tatsugiri. Dozo makes... Dozo really... I could poison his whole team. He can also poison mine. I could probably double edge, Ruination double edge into his Weezing. And then double switch into Dozo. Smurgle's a hard mod for this team because this team doesn't really... I mean, I can break Sash easy, but Arceus usually moves first before the mods that want to break the Sash, right? And Flamingo, I'm not sure what that's here for. Maybe to hit my Calyrex. We're not even going to bring Calyrex. I think I'm just gonna Ice Spinner and E-Speed Smurgle. Calyrex just can't really do much with Astral Barrage here. They can go for Psychic into Arceus to get Astral Barrage Chimp-Out. I don't want to tear Chimp-Out here though. Yeah, he didn't fake out, okay. So we get rid of Smurgle immediately, right? Which is good for us. Because the sleep is what stuff can add up. What are you tricking? You just gave yourself a choice, man. Huh? And he doesn't know that my Chimp out Scarf now. So he's in trouble. Because his, you just gave yourself a choice, man, bro. We both outspeed you now, right? So I can KO this and then switch in Dozo so he can't trick the Choice Band onto my Dozo. Ah, that's a good switch. Is it Weezing? That was a crit. That did nothing. Alright, so we're gonna need Ghost Chimp out here. Dozo's way less effective right now. I need to get Chimp out. Yeah, and Weezing turns off my unaware. So I can't actually ignore the Arceus boost. But I'm thinking he's gonna target my Arceus here. Well, no, he should target Chien-Pao because Arceus is locked into Shadow Claw. Okay, we got that call right there. Yeah, that's still +2. That's doing a lot of damage. I think I need to save the Ghost Terror for Chien-Pao. Try to get off Heavy Slam. This is an interesting way against my team, but I didn't expect him to bring the Weezing. If I had Calyrex, it would be in a good spot. He did target Tatsugiri, so you get that right at least. He gets the Will-O-Wisp off. That's not good. Alright, so if I get Weezing off the field, right, is it worth tearing Tatsugiri to get Weezing off the field? To survive E-Speed? And that way Dozo can beat, once Weezing goes down, Tatsugiri will go into Dozo's mouth, and then Body Press will do more damage. As long as he doesn't switch Weezing. He shouldn't switch Weezing because he doesn't want Dozo and Tatsugiri to combine. Alright, I did want to say this for Chien-Pao, but I think with me having Choice Scarf on both my Mons in the back. Woo! Oh, please hit the Weezing. Let's go. Okay. It'd have been great if we hit the Arceus too, because this would have probably been a KO. Alright, so we had to make this terror, right? Alright. We're burnt, so this is not gonna KO. But at this point we just need to get rid of the Arceus. Because we're Choice Scarf on both our Mons, and they both have super effective damage into Calyrex. I needed that muddy water damage though, honestly. Alright, I want to scout for a protect here on Arceus. Yeah. Trying to get a choice band back. All right. I feel like we have this game won. We just have to get rid of the Arceus, right? Alright. Body Press, please get the KO there. I wonder if Choice Band boosts the damage of Body Press. Well, Body Press goes off the defensive stat, right? So now, because Choice Band boosts the attack stat. Nice, but we get the KO on Arceus. Alright, so while Calyrex does have our leftovers, I think it's fine. Because it doesn't have any priority, right? And we just Choice Scarf, Shadow Claw, Sucker Punch away from winning. And you don't have Focus Sash, and you don't have... Did he Terra? Ooh, he still has Terra. Yeah, we gotta be careful. And Dozo can't attack anymore. Oh, he just cancels. Nice. I don't think this game was over because he still has Terra, right? But he can't really touch the Arceus, so I think it's safe to Sucker Punch plus Double Edge. Or Sucker Punch and E-Speed. No, Sucker Punch plus Double Edge. Because with Chien-Pao on the field, Double Edge is still KO Calyrex, and Sucker Punch is KO Calyrex if you don't Terra, right? If you Terra into anything other than Ghost, then we're in a good spot. So I think we had that game won pretty much after we knocked out the Arceus. But nice, that was a fun game. Let's keep going. That's a lot, man. Alright, so Petulant plus Koraidon. So this is a duo that I've been considering using with Ting Lu. I just didn't, it's extremely weak to Calyrex Ice, right? So I honestly think it needs to be another Mon instead of the Raging Bolt. But this comp right here is something that I'm building on for. This is spoilers for the next Regulation J season. Yeah, but I don't think Raging Bolt, because like this team, like Trickle goes up, just loses to Calyrex Ice. Oh, he's got some emergency vehicles. All right, so I mean, Weezing's still good here, right? He's really weak to Ice. I want to go Weezing, Chien-Pao, Arceus. The worst lead for him is to lead I want to say Chi-Yu. Right, but then it leads Chi-Yu. Alright, if you Terra Petulant, which you probably shouldn't, but I'm just gonna go for the poison. So we're faster than the Tanglu, which is good. If he's Stomping Tantrum, he takes Chip. Nice. Oh, whoa. Man, I don't think this is that bad for us. think this is a good position to Terra. And I can always switch Weezing in to turn off. Yeah, I can switch Weezing in to turn off Flutter Mane's photosynthesis. I guess it's Flutter Mane and Corylon in the back. It could be Chi-Yu. Ah, this is a good Terra. Is this Petrarant though? Okay. So Tinglu's not terrain, bro. That's not in range. I thought we might do a little bit more. He's rocking. It's a bulkier Tinglu. He got the poison gas off. That's interesting, but now I can poison Petrarant. This is scary mind. It's lefties, okay. I think I just double switch here. Corydon that comes out. Yeah, that's a good switch. But you already Terra'd, right? I think you should be targeting Chien-Pao here. The Ice Spinner is threatening you. Spikes is annoying, but I mean, Calyrex Sash is already broken anyway, right? Oh, beautiful. Is it recovered? Hex, nice. Beautiful turn for us right there. And I want to poison this Petrarant. Alright, that's a good switch. Is it Flutter? Nice switch. That was a beautiful switch, actually. Can't poison Weezing though. Chien-Pao with Sash, as long as we get rid of Petrarant and the sun is gone. I mean, Chien-Pao with Scarf. Ice Spinner's threatening everything, right? He can't Terra anymore. So we can just E-Speed this slot and protect Weezing. Alright, that means no protect from Petrarant. Could be a double up in the Arceus, but I think it's okay. See if he has recover. That chain move did a lot of damage though. Yeah, he needs to get the Weezing off the field immediately. How many turns of Sun left? Because we need to time this right. Two turns. So he can protect here, but we KO him and then he won't have another turn of Sun. And I'm just gonna chip the Flutter. He cancels. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful. Yeah, it's and switching in Koraidon and taking all that damage from E-Speed, something that he really doesn't want to do. So it's hard because he can protect that turn. He's gonna get chipped away by the poison, right, on Petrant. Then he has to switch in order to keep his Sun up. And if he doesn't, Petrant goes down, the Sun expires, then Chien-Pao just outspeeds everything guaranteed. And so does Calyrex, right? And then if he doesn't get like a speed boost with the Koraidon, because I can click 2 E-Speeds into it. I think an E-Speed into E-Speed with Sacred, with Ruination from Chien-Pao being on the field is enough to kill Koraidon, and then Flutter just can't outspeed the Calyrex, and we just win from that point. So it's a cool team. This is very similar team to something that I wanted to do. But let's keep going. Alright, so we got one of our best matchups. We have a really good team into Zamazenta Shadow Rider. Dozo doesn't even have to Terra here, and it's super good. He has to try to break it with like Chi-Yu plus Shadow Rider. Weezing is never good into Zamazenta, right? And neither is Arceus. So I think Shadow Rider plus Chien-Pao, Dozo, Tatsugiri in the back. Chien-Pao's pressuring Ruination into the Zamazenta, but I honestly can ignore it. Terra Chien-Pao and a Ghost and double the Calyrex slot. Yeah, I have a feeling he's gonna get these two. Now he could Terra into Dark. I don't think he's gonna wide guard here. I think he's just gonna Terra Dark and body press. So I'm gonna Astro Terra Ghost, Ice Spinner. Because if we get this KO, then we just win. If he protects Calyrex, that's fine. Because we're Ghost on both, so you have to click Heavy Slam, right? And I think it's gonna be a body press in the Chien-Pao plus Astral Barrage. Oh, no wide guard, no Terra. Oh, he gets his Astral out first. Ah, that sucks. It's a speed tie. But I think this is fine because we're getting rid of his Calyrex, which is the biggest. And if he body press here, we still keep our Calyrex on Sash. I don't think it's that bad. If we won a speed tie, this would have been so good for us. Even if I didn't Terra Chien-Pao, I think it's a body press here, so I think Chien-Pao is going to go down the way. If we had won that speed tie, it would have been so good. Show me body press. Oh. So we didn't have to Terra Chien-Pao there. So this looks bad, right? But we still got Dozo, and we took out Calyrex, which is one of the biggest damage dealers to Dozo. If he has Chi-Yu, that still can do some damage, but Zamazenta is useless now. It is Chi-Yu. Alright, so Dark Pulse is going to be annoying, but Dozo is like two Pokemon in one. Zamazenta is completely irrelevant here. So it's really a 1v1 versus the Chi-Yu. He has to lock in the dark mode, right? But he hasn't terrored yet. I honestly think you should Terra Chi you in the Ghost tier. Oh, he's slow Chi you. Did a lot of damage. Nah, he's not Choice Scarf Chi you. I could have body pressed it. I think it was worth going for there to get the one shot on Chi-Yu. But we took massive damage there. Alright, so Chi-Yu's gone. We're at +4 defense. What's his last one? If it's Urshifu, this might be cooked. We ignored Zamazinta's defense boost, right? That is Urshifu. Alright. Yeah, well played by my opponent. If we won that speed tie, I think we were in a really good spot. And that should be Terra on Zamazinta. Oh, Sarah Urshifu. So Choice Scarf is probably on Urshifu. Yeah. Yeah, if I had just body press Chi, we probably would have won. Yeah, I don't mind losing this game though. We finally do take an L with this team. This is one of my better matchups too, but the turn one just went really bad by losing the speed tie. Because we win the speed tie, Chimpow's still alive, Calyrex Sash is not broken. He has to bring in Chi-Yu, right? But we still have Dozo and a Choice Scarf Chimpow. Even if we do win that, right? I have to double switch in a Dozo. But Chi-Yu at that point may lock in a fire move. Well, he's not. I think he was. I think that was definitely Specs damage. Yeah, I think we just had to win the speed tie. But other than that, I could have just body pressed Chi-Yu. But I was expecting like a Terra, because I mean, Dondozo usually carries like Wave Crash, usually carries like Earthquake, also sometimes carries Body Press like mine does. So Chi-Yu has incentive to Terra there. So I'm shocked he didn't go for it. But props to my opponent. Let's keep going. Alright, we got Bipolar Gamer here. Huh? Diancie, Calyrex Ice. Dondozo goes crazy here, and he has nothing to stop Weezing from poisoning everything. This is perfect. He has no ghost, so Arceus can just literally E-speed stuff, chip things down, and let Dozo clean up, and make it really hard for my opponent. Yeah, and because we're bringing Weezing, we turn off the Armor Tail from Friggraff, so it can't even do that easily. This is my first time seeing Diancie. I wonder what it can do in this format. I was considering building a team around it for next month. But I know I'm going to be using Pecharon, right? So it's either Volcanion or Diancie. Let me know in the comment below, guys, which ones you guys want me to do. I was thinking about Volcanion team. I know I'm going to try out Mew. We'll try out another Arceus. Yeah, there's a couple mythicals I want to give a try. But props to my opponent for, you know, trying to even bring this mythical out. Unless you have Rillaboom, I think it's going to be Torkoal plus Calyrex Ice in the back. So I can just start doing chip damage with Arceus, honestly. I don't think I'm going to need the Grass Terror. You could have Rillaboom, Ice Rider in the back, but I'm guessing it's going to be Ice Rider Torkoal. And if that's the case, then we don't need to Terra Grass on Dozo. Water Dozo is perfect. So we can just get as much damage as we can out with... I could have Toxic Spice here too, but I think I want to poison Diancie because I think it's going to like be set up with like Diamond Storm and Body Press. Ooh, so much damage. Ah, Diancie avoided. Ah, that sucks. Alright, it's okay, because Friggraph's gonna go down. Oh, that hits both? This is my first time actually playing against Diancie. That missing that poison is very bad for us. But we can go for it again here. If he has Iron Head, that might be really bad for us. But I mean, Dozo beats Diancie, right? Because I have Heavy Slam. It's 4 times weak to that. I don't know Diancie's ability. What's his ability? Clear Body. Oh, okay, so it's not sturdy. I need Weezing to get a poison buff here, though. Ooh, wee. That was a crit, okay. I think that might have got the KO. Well, it's not stab, so I don't know if that still gets the KO. Ah, my God. Okay. This game is becoming much harder than it needs to be. I don't know if I can risk Weezing here. Especially if it's Torkoal that comes out. Oh, Girder. What is that gonna do? That's probably Eviolite, right? I'm playing against Pokemon that this is the first time I've ever played against these. Like, Gerda's been in the game, but I've only played against Conqueror. It's Iron Fist, Sheer Force, Guts. It's probably Eviolite. Weezing, you're selling me. I need you to hit this poison gas on both of these mons. You should be expecting me to switch out. He's a genius. Okay. Alright, so I think it's time we just deal with this Diancie right now. Weezing has been completely... I mean, I guess it... I mean, we could have beat Friggraff with a double edge either. So Weezing has really done nothing for me because I didn't really need E-Speed. I mean, Gyarados even better. I mean, it probably gets knockoff, right? Nancy can carry special attacks too, right? We saw Diamond Storm, we saw Body Press. This is such a cool team. It's making me want to play with Nancy, but unfortunately it can't do anything in a Dozo. Yeah, it does 28 damage. And we just one-shot it back. Yeah, it's 4 times weak to steel. It's small, Dozo's heavy, so that's max, probably 120 base power. 4 times super effective. There's no way it's taking that. And we ignore the defense boost, so. Alright, now the only thing we need to worry about here is Leaf Seed. But I want to get a defense boost before Calyrex attacks me, so I'm gonna just protect here. That Girder is super slow though. What's his base speed? Oh, it's base speed 40. So that's why you use it. It can coaching under Trick Room and underspeed DNC and Calyrex. So we saw Wide Guard, we saw coaching. I would guess a fighting type attack and maybe like knockoff or Mac Punch. Okay. That's cute. But Dozo ignores those defense boosts. So we're just hoping that he's not VC, right? Because I did use my Terror. Oh, he hasn't Terra yet. Are you Terra Fairy? No, you want Terra Fairy here. You just saw me heavy slam your DNC. He's gonna Terra, but I don't think it's Terra Fairy. Terra Fire, okay. So nice, we can still hit it with consistent body press damage. And he's going for that just to get around the heavy slam, but heavy slam is not doing that much to Calyrex anyway. No lead seed. Okay, it's Trick Room. So protect Trick Room. High horsepower. He didn't have any recovery, so we should be good. Nice. I think we should be in the clear because he can't do anything here, right? Body pressure should get the kill from there. It might survive at like 10%. Nice. And this is why I love Dozo, because Calyrex Ice is one of the hardest restricted to play against, especially if it's like a well-built team around it. And Dozo just completely ignores it. Zamazenta is also a restricted that's hard to play against sometimes, and Dozo completely ignores it. Same with Arceus. Arceus Sword Stance, E-Speed can be hard to deal with. Dozo ignores it, right? So Dozo just, it's so good in this format, man. I don't know why more people don't use it. It's a really good mod. But let's get into one final game. Alright, so for our final match, we have Lilligant, Torkoal, Koraidon, and Calyrex. This is a super cool team. I have actually never seen this type of team. With Koraidon and Torkoal. I've seen Koraidon Lilligant though. This is a little spooky. Okay, he can't bring all his mons. I know you want to bring in Didi to stop E-Speed stuff, right? I know you're going to bring your 2 restricteds. I don't think you bring Torkoal here. I think you bring Ensign to help you. I'm gonna lead Calyrex Weezing. Yeah, I want to bring Arceus for the final game, but I don't know how good it is here. I think you should protect Koraidon, Sleep Powder into Calyrex. So I'm going to protect and Poison Gas. Nah, should I just Strange Steam? I'm a Poison Gas. Yeah. Nice. Okay, we just need to connect Poison Gas onto the Lilligant, and then we can just Astral Barrage. And we connect. Beautiful. All we needed to do is break that sash. Alright. Can I Terra here? Do I need Grass Terra? You're gonna switch in Ensign, right? I'm a Spikes. I could probably get rid of Koraidon this turn, but I think the damage once it's done on Koraidon is, and if he's Life Orb, he's just gonna knock himself out. Only thing bad here is Lilligant has Protect. Or he doesn't. Koraidon may survive with like a little bit of HP, but the damage is done. Okay. If you Flare Blitz, then you're in a really bad spot. Yeah. If he's Life Orb, he should KO himself. Oh, he's not Life Orb. But he didn't Flame Charge, so we still have the speed advantage. Spikes are down, so now my opponent's in a really bad spot. Oh, it is Calyrex. He could win a speed tie here. So I try to knock out Koraidon. Yeah, last one's probably Ensign, right? Yeah, it's gotta be Ensign. He dropped the Torkoal earlier. Unless you brought in Didi to help deal with the E-Speed stuff. I'm gonna just Strange Thing Koraidon. Okay, he's preserving it. But it's gonna come back in to get poisoned, then we just protect, and it just goes down, right? So we don't even have to click a poison type attack again. Wow, so he did bring He's Life Orb, so he's taking massive damage. I could go for the speed tie. If he double KOs us, it's not that bad because I still have Dozo. But Dozo can't target. The Calyrex. So I think I'm gonna switch in Dozo here and just preserve Weezing plus Calyrex. We take damage here. We protect. The turn of Poison Chip happens. Life Orb Tick happens. Unless indeed he has Heal Pulse. Because if that's the case, then I should just click Astral Barrage here. Also, if we brought Arceus, the game is kind of just over. We switch in, protect Weezing. Okay, that lets me know it's not Heal Pulse though. This should do about maybe 40%, 30%. Yeah, about 40. Earthquake would be really good here. Yeah, so Astral Barrage is a 3-hit KO without Protects, right? So I'm trying to make it a 4-hit KO. Oh, it's Expanding Force. That's even more powerful. Okay. That may be another 2-hit KO. But if you go for another Helping Hand like that again, you're going to be in a bad spot. Alright, Citrus, Indeedee. I think that was the strongest attack here still. Yeah, I mean, if you don't KO us here, you got to get a crit, right? So he's going all in. We should survive this. Woo. And if you, even if this doesn't KO, the poison should KO this one. Nice. Right, Koraidon comes in, and we just double protect. I mean, we just protect, and it goes down to poison. Yeah, that's one way to try to get through Dozo is to just brute force it. But Indeedee not having Heal Pulse was really good for us. Yeah. Sun set up, but now the damage. Weezing has already done the damage here. So Weezing was huge. It broke the sash on Lilligant. It got the spikes down. That allowed the Shadow Rider to be chipped into range of 1 order up. It sealed the game against Koraidon switching out. It was super solid here. And he dropped the Ensign and the Torkoal. Nice. Alright. But should we do a bonus game to feature Arceus? Another Arceus, like Arceus Chien-Pao just sweeping through? I think we can. Let's get a bonus game. kind of want to try to sweep them my opponent with Arceus. And Dozo Tatsugiri. If he leaves anything other than Zamazenta, then we can probably go for like the sweep. I'm hoping to see Magmar or Mungus, Dragonite. He let his restrictors, okay. I wanted to do it, but he led in the way to stop Arceus, right? But we can ignore the Zamazenta slot here. Focus down the Calyrex slot. If Calyrex protects, is even better for us to free switch. I wonder if he just went ahead and terrored it. I think you should just protect it. Body press the Arceus slot. Oh, he's Psychic Arceus. That play would have literally just lost if I just attacked. Like Ghost Terror, Ice Spinner plus Shadow Claw. And he's covering for Earthquake here. Ooh, that's beautiful. Now he's in range. You send out a Mungus here. We still got Grass Terror, right? So we protect here, Scout out, or protect on his end. Probably a Mungus. Yeah, so as long as he doesn't have Clear Smog, we're good here. I really want to sweep with Arceus, man. Should I cover for Calyrex coming in? Because he knows I have body presses on it. I think I cover for Calyrex switching in. Okay, he doesn't go for it. I could have body pressed Zamazenta here. So that means he doesn't have Pollen Puff. He punished me there. Yeah, he punished me there. Well played. Sludge Bomb is insane on the Mogus. Protect here is obvious on my end, right? What does he have to punish it? I don't know if he's running Polypo still. I don't want to risk it. Okay. I don't think Body Press plus Aspirage gets the KO if I protect one more time, right? He still hasn't Terra Jet, though. Okay, nice. Zamazenta should be in E-Speed range with Chimpa on the field. Okay. And now it loses its defense boost, so it's definitely in range. Ah, he has Encore. Of course. Does he have Pollen Puff too? If he has Pollen Puff, this game is probably over. Alright, so he would Pollen Puff there if he had it. Now, if he tries to spore into Tatsugiri, we're still in a good spot, right? Yeah, another double up is going to KO. Alright, this is fine. It's supposed to be a bonus game, but we still have an end game with Arceus, right? Yeah, I fell into the trap though. So props to my opponent for making that. He's trying to get it where he can spore the Tatsugiri, right? But we're safety goggles, so it's fine. In a minute, I'm gonna be struggling. He's gonna be out of Astro Barrage soon. I haven't been keeping track of how many he's clicked. He's clicked it about 5 times. So I think he may only have like 3 left, 2 left. Yeah, his Humongous not having Pollen Puff here is huge though. Yeah, he wants to put the Tatsugiri to sleep, but I put safety goggles on Tatsugiri for this exact scenario. Alright, so we only got 5 protects left. Oh, he brought out the Terror. Are you tearing Calyrex? Wait. Oh, it's Ghost. Okay. I was gonna say, if you anything but Ghost, we just E-speed you. But Ghost is really good in this format with Calyrex. He's making sure he gets the KO here. I think that's your last barrage, though. So I don't think you can touch Chimpa. Alright, I'm gonna double edge the Among Us. Switch out in the Chimpa. You should be Psychic in the Tatsugiri slot. If he Psychics the Arceus slot, then props to him. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. If we KO Among Us here, we can switch back out. Nice. And now we Ice Spinner the Calyrex. Yeah, we're definitely in Psychic range. This is annoying though. I wonder if he remembers that I'm Choice Scarf. I mean, you should switch out Calyrex out of fear of Sucker Punch, right? Yeah, this is tough. I don't think he switches Calyrex. Nice, okay. If I had Sacred Sword here, I would have been in a really bad position. Let's go. Alright. Let's see, press the Arceus slot. Because if we knock out Tatsugiri here, that should just give us the win. Oh, he knocks out Champion. Okay. Zamazenta, no defense boost. Oh, Chimpow's on the field. If you're running Sacred Sword, I I don't think you're running Sacred Sword. I'm gonna Muddy Water and speed here. Nice, okay. Tatsugiri just needs to hit Muddy Water. Are you running Sacred Sword? Oh, it's not Sucker Punch. Nice. And now we just KO with... Okay. So we did get to show an Arceus game, but we didn't show the E-Speed stuff. But we did showcase a lot of what this team can do with the Dozo mode and how it supports the Arceus Calyrex Shadow mode. But yeah, this should just be game over now. Let's go. That was a tough game. Yeah, we made the right call though, because had we Sacred Sword into the Zamazenta, Calyrex would have got a Psychic off in the Arceus. And then I couldn't Sacred Sword the Calyrex again before Tatsugiri just gets outsped and KO. So we had to make the call that he was going to stay in there. It was a 50-50 though, because he could switch out in the Chien-Pao and resisted it, which was, you know, I felt like was the best play. But he read that I was going to read him switching out his Calyrex. So we made the right play. But whew, that was a crazy game. Let's get into a final review. All right, we are currently ranked 649. I'm not 100% sure if I want to go for rank number 1 with this team. We're 13-4 with it, so it's okay. I probably could hit rank 1 with this team if I had started earlier in the season. But I would probably have to win like maybe 15 straight games or go like 20-2. I could probably do it, but I'm honestly ready to play with some of my other teams. Because I've been playing with this team for a minute now. So I'll play like 2 or 3 games, maybe 5 games off stream. If I win 5 in a row, then I'll probably go for it. And then I'll come back and have another video with this team. But if not, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the other team. But let's go ahead and get into this final review. All right, and that's going to wrap it up with this team. So this team was absolutely amazing. And the Arceus and the Calyrex, they were so much fun. The only real issue that I ran into with this team was the fake out stuff. Like sometimes when they have like Incineroar plus Rillaboom. And a way to get around that so Arceus can continue to sweep around fake out is like to have a Frigoraph on the team instead of the Weezing slot. When I initially made this team, I did have the Frigoraph there to help with the fake out stuff. But I did run into a lot of cases where Intimidate was a lot stronger than fake out. And also the opposing Frigoraph and Indeedee really gave this team a lot of trouble. Even with the Chien-Pao having Ice Spinner, Arceus couldn't immediately come out and sweep it. Had to come like in the back until you remove the terrain or the Frigoraph. And Weezing just kind of shuts it down, so they can't just do that. So Arceus is free to click, E-Speed. And the whole point of the Arceus and the Calyrex are to, chip things into range of Dozo just being able to win the game. Same with like Weezing and Chien-Pao. And that's why this team functions really well. So if you did want to bring your Frigoraph to get around fake out, you can swap the Weezing out. But you can also just leave the team the way it is, and you have a lot of success with it. So there is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Poképaste down in the description below. Let me know in a comment what you guys think about this team, and if you picked it up and see if you were able to get to Master Ball with it. Let me know with a comment as well, because it is a really strong team. It's very simple to use, but it does have a lot of cases where you have to play really smart with your Dozo against certain matchups like Amogus and Incineroar. Other than that, if you're able to play around those matchups really well and remove those pieces before your Dozo comes out, you'll have a lot of success with this team. But let me know in a comment what you guys think about this team and if you gave it a try. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and subscribe, turn those post notifications if you like content like this, because we're posting daily Pokemon content every single week, right? But that's going to be it for this video. Stay tuned. More new videos soon. Deuces.